Yeah, we're looking forward to, being back home. Thought overall last weekend it was, I think if you asked before that we'd get a split, I think we'd probably be happy with it. Obviously not real happy with our effort Friday night, but I thought we came back and responded on Sunday, so I thought that was huge. Now getting into our Hockey East schedule, I think with that, we want to certainly get off on the right foot. Being at home right away, I think is going to hopefully help us. Playing a tough opponent who hasn't lost a game yet. Also the team that ended our season last year. So I think our guys are looking forward to the matchup.
Great. We'll start with Bell.
Coach, you guys obviously faced some of your tougher competition of the season thus far last weekend. So how do you think that helps the team coming into UConn, if at all, specifically the freshmen who kind of were playing lesser games before Michigan?
Yeah, I think it helps. Michigan's a really good team. A lot of skill. They played hard. That game on Sunday was a playoff type game. I thought the speed of it, the physicality of it. So I think it's going to help our team moving forward here. UConn plays a very physical game, very structured game. So our guys, have to be ready for it. And I think it was a good test for our freshmen last week to see that, it's tough every weekend. Every opponent, has a different challenge, but UConn's another one where they'll see it's a hard team to play against.
Oh, sorry, James, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Will Drew Camesto be available to play this weekend?
Right now, he's day to day. I do not see him being available for tomorrow night, and then we'll see after that. But right now, he's day to day. He has not practiced, so I highly doubt he'll play even Saturday. But we'll see how he feels. He might get on the ice tomorrow and see how it feels.
Thank you.
Gracie, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Since meeting last year in the playoffs, there's been a lot of freshman additions. How have the new guys stepped up this far, and what do you hope to see continue this weekend?
Yeah, they've been really good. We've got contributions from all of them pretty much. The first couple of games, they were great. I think the Michigan series, I'm not saying they took a step back, but they didn't get as much ice time as they probably got in the first couple of games. So I think that's how it's going to be at times, where you're going to have some nights where you don't feel as good and you're not going to get as much ice time. You got to find a way with the ice time you get to contribute to the team. And I think they're figuring that out and understanding that. But overall, as a whole, they've been very good. I think they understand too, like as freshmen, you have to be consistent every night. That's part of it. As individuals and as a team, we want that consistency. So, they're understanding that.
We have an iPhone user with a hand raised. Go ahead.
Hi, Jay. It's Laura. I'm the iPhone user. I'm just curious. I know that UConn has a perfect penalty kill so far this season. So what needs to be extra good on the power play this week in order to be able to get some special teams goals?
I just think we need to make sure that we're getting pucks to the net and recovering pucks and making plays off of that. I think if you're not aggressive on getting pucks to the net, you're gonna have a tough time. They do a really good job of playing rebounds, so that's our job to make sure we're recovering those pucks, getting to our spots, and I think it's going to be a shot volume thing against these guys. They also don't take a ton of penalties, so we have to make sure when we do have a power play, even if we don't score, that we gain some momentum off it.
Rick, go ahead.
Coach, put up some pretty gaudy numbers on faceoffs, particularly Friday night, and I guess the first two periods on Sunday. What do you attribute that to?
I think our guys most of our guys taking faceoffs have been around. We have 3 seniors who are taking faceoffs, so they have a lot of experience, and I think that's certainly helping us. And Ryan Green does a really good job as well. So I think that's part of it. Sam Stevens, Skoog, and O'Brien, they're 4-year guys. They have a lot of experience in the faceoff dot, and I think the other guys out there too are also helping. It's not just on the center to win draws. The wingers always have to come in and help as well.
I noticed that on a number of occasions, even though the faceoff was lost, it was great for certain puck control anyway.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure we're aggressive off lost faceoffs, and we're ready to jump, and we're ready and prepared on every faceoff. And it's it's a sad responsibility to make sure our guys are ready for that, and they know that, and they've done a really good job of it.
We'll go back to James.
Anything in particular you saw from the team, especially on Sunday, that you like that you've been emphasizing this week in practice?
I just liked our compete. We still weren't perfect. You're never going to be perfect, but I think the mistakes we made, the effort from our guys to block shots and keep the puck away from our net was great. So it's just that commitment to the team, I think, is the one thing that I saw that was, really promising for our group, and it's a testament to them, the way they kind of bounced back. I think we talked about just kind of forgetting about that game on Friday night and having a response, and these guys stepped up.
Craig, go ahead.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, I'm wondering if there's one characteristic or system or way that you go about doing things that has been a part of BU hockey for a long time that you want to keep as a part of the way you do things now that you're in charge. And then I'm wondering if there's one characteristic or system or way you go about doing things that you learned somewhere else that you plan on implementing as a new thing here at Boston University.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I always kind of look back to when I was here. I think we always had a competitive group. I think we always had a talent and skill, but I think along with that, we competed really hard. And it starts in practice. I think that, and it even starts off the ice in the weight room. I think our guys always pushed each other. So that's something that I feel is always going to be part of BU hockey. And, we're obviously continuing to do that this year. I think our guys have bought into that. I think that's the important thing. And it's just competing, like, on the puck all the time, away from the puck all the time. That's BU hockey to me. I wouldn't say we're the biggest team right now. We obviously have some big guys, but every one of our guys is capable of playing hard, and that's what we're trying to establish. And up to this point, the guys have done a great job with it. From the outside stuff, that I'm not really trying to bring in anything different. Just kind of sticking to what we think works. Any organization I was with or played for, it was very similar. It was about the team first. That's always the number one thing. And our guys are buying into that, and that's always been BU hockey. It's always been about the team first, and that's what we're trying to keep going.
Laura, go ahead.
With Joe Pereira coming from UConn last season, how has he been involved in the preparation for this week?
I told Joe it's all on him. He's doing it all. So, no, he obviously knows how they play. He's just trying to help out with any little adjustments we can make against some of the things they do. They're a very structured team. They're really good at how they play, and he's just giving us little pointers, and the team pointers on little things, adjustments we can do to hopefully help us.
Got time for one more question if anyone has one.
I've got one, actually. How does the team feel about playing Ty and Monty?
They haven't said a lot about it. I'm sure they're, Ty was very well liked here. So I'm sure they're excited about it. But I haven't heard many guys say much about it right now. So I'm sure they're going to enjoy it and have some fun with it. So, but I haven't heard a lot about it yet.